Hello everyone, Richard back for more Panzer Corps Ultimate Mode. I'm very proud of this particular display. I remember when I got the marginal victory the first time, I had said it was very Napoleon-esque, my approach. Well, I have completely upped the ante and really I out Napoleon to Napoleon on this map. Um, the crazy thing is you're gonna see a lot of clunkiness with how I did this. This was like my trial run, and I had to like keep resetting the turns because I was messing around trying to figure out what the enemy would do and so on. Um, but then it started working really well, and then I got an excellent hero and an artillery piece, so I didn't retry it because I think you can improve upon what I did. So there's a lot of things that I did. The first thing is I bypassed this region. I think it's too slow to like tackle all of this BS in here. So I'm just gonna push through this way and then clean this up. And my only issue with what I did is that it was inefficient. And I'm curious if Soren can take this idea and do better. Just push through, backdoor your way into Auxerre, and it was surprisingly effective, but I think it could have been done a turn faster. I just didn't want to fight through all this BS, and the best part about sneaking in the back is you can hit the units you need to hit. A key part of this plan is a Panzer IV goes south, clears up like some cavalry, and then you sneak past this river bend. You sneak up here, and then you hit this artillery piece, which is entrenched at 2 with a Panzer IV, and then a paratrooper arrives and hits the artillery, and you can sometimes kill it outright. But then once you've taken care of the artillery, then you can go in with your 88 gun with movement +1 and dispatch and push back the tank. And then you close in with a Pioneer and a mountain unit. I had a defense +2 mountain unit. And you just close in, and you're going to be able to take out this anti-tank gun with no problem. And I have some artillery as support. That was a major change from anything I've seen before, and I think it's more effective, especially for ultimate mode. It might actually be pretty good for Manstein as well. The second thing I did is I just fly 2 paratroopers and 2 level bombers south immediately. I don't even like mess around with these units. I don't have time. You're gonna see it's all extremely delicate. I'm gonna penetrate enemy lines as fast as possible, and I grab the Char B, and you're gonna see me pull some stunts with the Char B that make taking this objective much easier. And it's a really key part of the plan to get it decisive. So I'm really using all of my resources. And then after you take this objective, a lot of things happen on the fly. I parked a mountain unit in an airfield, and I fly the mountain unit south. It's my defense +3 mountain unit. And it all flows smoothly. I drop paratroopers, I park the mountain unit over the airfield, the paratroopers come south, and take this out. I drop the mountain unit, and then they're all going to proceed over here. And I'm going to pick up the Char B in the process. Another paratrooper is going to fly here, and then the level bombers, after they clear this thing up, they're going to start bombing this and this to reduce entrenchment. And then after this is at, I think I give it a couple, once it's down to 2 entrenchment, I hit it with the paratroopers. And then the next turn, I double level bomb it, and then I attack it. And then the level bombers and my fighter come down here to help with this issue. I bring Helmet Lent. He does some cleanup for me, which is convenient, and then his job is to primarily target the Char B. We want to keep the Char B busy. So the other part of my plan that's different and very effective is my Panzer IV that kind of sneaks in here and does some damage to this artillery is immediately going to come south, and within 2 turns is going to be prime position to start damaging this artillery piece. And I get 2 really good whacks on it, and it severely weakens this artillery piece, and my plan is to outright kill it. Don't worry about entrenchment, just kill it. And then I take SE Grenadier, sneak it around, I bring an artillery piece, it parks here, and all it's doing... if I had planned it better, I could have gotten one extra hit in, which would have helped, but all it does is de-entrench this unit. I bring another artillery piece south, all it does is de-entrench this unit. When my artillery gets in range of the city, most of the time they are fighting to de-entrench the Pioneer. And then I've got, like, Grenadier, I have a Grenadier, I think an SE Grenadier and Oladier, and they just fight their way slowly south, take out some obstacles, and then they start fighting it out with the Engineer as soon as it's safe. I think on turn 12 I start attacking it. And then I try to keep things... I ignore the airfield, I don't have time for it. And I just try to keep things as interesting as possible. And I don't take as much damage as you would think with this kind of reckless attack. But we'll let it go. So there's a lot of sneakiness. This is hyper efficient on most of the map. And it's scary to me that I think that it easily could be improved on. And the idea of flying mountain troops to the south is absolutely key to getting the decisive. There's a lot of things that are key to getting the decisive. You have to have a well-oiled machine to pull this off. And that's my defense +2 mountain unit. And I'm gonna set a plane trap twice. So the cavalry sees the tank and the mountain unit, and those are good targets for planes to attack. And I only brought one fighter because that's all you need. So I brought a lot of artillery. I brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 artillery and 2 level bombers. That kind of goes to show you what my strategy is. And 2 storm panzers are very helpful on this map. Look at where I positioned the storm panzers. And I failed to kill it. Oh, here comes my scout. My scout is doing a great job at that. I'm really proud of my scout. He's nearing 3 stars. Here comes the first trap. Bam! I just... I vaporized the plane. I honestly wanted 1 strength point to survive so my 88 could attack again, but it didn't happen. It's more likely than not you one-shot that plane there, actually. I messed around with it to see. So the next part, this is an improvement. Let me do this. I put the tank here. Stop. I put the tank here, so like swinging around to hit my infantry isn't going to happen. And then I start piling up on the artillery piece. There's a way to get the cavalry to attack, but I can't consistently get the cavalry to do it. That would be a major improvement as well. And then Oladier sneaks in and just cock blocks everybody. Unfortunately, I didn't kill the artillery, but that's okay. It turns out you don't have to kill the artillery. This is all good for my units. They need these kills. And I brought my 2 movement +1 artillery. What's happening is the artillery is in vision range, and the fighter finds them to be tempting targets. So I'm keeping the cavalry alive. Boom. 2 one-shots. Air Force is wiped out in 2 turns. Record-setting pace. Oladir's capturing things because Oladir's faster than everybody else. So it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna... What am I doing here? Oh, I need the scout to clean up and provide mass attack bonus. Oh, the cavalry sees... I did trap the cavalry. This is a really effective trap, actually. Because the cavalry's just gonna walk right into that. But you can trap the cavalry on turn 2, which would be better, in my opinion. So the Panzer III had to go in and clean it up. The Panzer III doesn't have a lot to do in this battle, so if he's lagging behind, it's okay. The scout's over here to gather up objectives and not slow down. So this move with the 88 gun was really dumb, and that's an improvement. I can just keep moving it down the middle. I'm at the airfield on turn 3. So yeah, the cavalry's crippled. That's the mountain unit that I parked over the airfield. And already the capturable unit's super de-entrenched. I resupply the Storm Panzers, which sets them up for another heavy push. And my scout is already with everybody. And now I'm just gonna make a hard, heavy push. Yeah, this stuff over here is just stupid. Highly inefficient, let me put it that way. Completely, major improvement could be done here. I thought I was going to attempt the cavalry to attack me, and it just didn't work. So, one other thing I'm doing is I'm de-entrenching this stuff right away. So, breaking in the back door is a lot easier. And I force a surrender in turn 5, that's really good. Bam! Got the airfield, so I don't have to put my planes on retreat. I think that's 400 kills for Oladir. And there's my scout stepping up big time again. I would say a scout's absolutely essential for this mission. So yeah, I got a little extra prestige there. I actually wasted 2 units for 2 turns with this stupid maneuver. Bam! So I've already booted out the Pioneer on turn 5. And on turn 6, I conquered that hex. That's record-setting. That's as fast as you can do it. Unless you send another paratrooper to take the hex. But my other paratrooper has an important job to do. If I had brought my 88 gun, this whole process would have gone a lot better as well. So now I have to break through the next line of defense. That's a defense plus 2 mountain unit and Pioneer, and notice the cavalry wouldn't touch them. I even take out that anti-tank. There's that scout again. That's my Grenadier. He's gonna go swing around to try and take another objective. So the level bombers start the process of de-entrenching. I'm getting maximum movement efficiency here. That was a mistake. I realized the paratroopers need to go north. I don't think it ended up mattering much. And then I found this surrender opportunity. Look at my scout, man. So I'm now baiting the tank to go in. I hope they attack my Grenadier, but I don't think they do. I don't know why I thought they would attack my grenadier. Oh! Say hello to the 88. Did you see what happened there? That's my defense +2 mountain unit kicking ass. I'm just shoving things back to kind of make things easier. And there's a mountain unit caught out in the open. Oh, scout. Look at my scout, man, constantly cleaning up. I don't even know what to say. Maybe the scout's the MVP of the scenario. And now I'm gonna flood across. I think you can do this one turn faster, and that would be very helpful if you could. I'm putting the Char B there because I want to pull the scouts out, which is dangerous, but I'm trying to reduce the congestion around Dijon. And then the tactical bomber's job is to damage the Char B. So I pulled the scout south, and that's one less unit I have to deal with around Dijon. And then I boot out the mountain unit. Bam. The scout gives me vision, and then I start de-entrenching that mountain unit. But I have to get rid of that cavalry, it's in the way. Because it opens the floodgates to the south. You're gonna see my diabolical plan here. First, we're gonna push that tank back. And there is a it has 2 entrenchment. And then you've taken out the artillery support, so that position's compromised. Push the tank back. And I'm protecting against a cavalry attack that can swing around the side. By vacating that spot, more units will funnel in, which is good. The Char B1's still pinned. Now I have to remove the mountain unit. And I have to save my artillery shots. And I'm pinning the cavalry as well. And now Now you have to start the process of draining the ammo on the artillery. And then my paratroopers are getting free shots in the south. I have to take this hit. And the Char B is holding the fort for me. The Char B comes forward, and now the way to the south is open. I don't know how to trigger that guaranteed, but Soren might find a way. And you have to attack into this, but the mountain unit's heavily suppressed. But you have to start weakening that unit. And the Char B has to be weakened. So now the Char B's in trouble, because it's not that strong. And then you're going to go after that Pioneer with everything you have. Turn 12 is when I get super aggressive. Alright, tank is taken out. I'm offering the paratroopers as bait. Because I want my defense plus 3 mountain unit to be really strong. And then I attack with the Char B, which drains the ammo of the artillery piece. Then I attack with paratroopers. If that's not enough, I have the mountain units. Notice that I attack the tank on the river, because the tank and the recon are going to attack my paratroopers. And that's how I'm going to save them. By weakening them ahead of time. I even had a spare artillery shot to damage the artillery. And I got range +1 on the final turn. I killed a Char B on the final turn. So the dangerous unit left is the tank. So I'm going to try to do something about that. So I've damaged the tank pretty badly. I shove him out, the scout takes it, damages the artillery, pull the scout out, and then I take it with my SE. Very efficient. And the paratroopers survive. There's nothing left to attack with. The paratroopers are cheap to repair. That went very well. I got a great hero in the end. Bar is still 2 stars. This survived. The defense +3 was doing... These defense guys did really, really well. I think Helmet Lent crossed 400 kills in this battle. I almost managed to kill everything in this region. That's pretty impressive. So, yeah, I took every objective along the way. I mean, how many units are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 19 units left, and I missed these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got all but 8 objectives. 9. So I think that's pretty, in my opinion, that's pretty impressive. I think you can get more. There's probably a way to sneak this one and this one and maybe this one, but I didn't think it was worth it. I think I took about 600 prestige worth of damage in elite replacement and overstrength cost, but I got the decisive. I did what I thought was impossible. As you can see, I had an attack group here, an attack plan here. That was 2 attack groups. Then I had 1 small attack group with a Panzer IV joining later to help take out these 2 objectives. And then I had my largest attack group scoop down and get these 3. But I had a split off attack group that was an artillery, a scout, 2 artilleries, a scout, and an SE grenadier to take this out. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 5 attack groups, and everything was perfectly coordinated for max efficiency. It was pretty ridiculous. I think you can improve upon this too, and I think this is robust.